the shoes I worn, the knees of my jeans are torn. Sweat coming through my shirt, keep pushing even though it hurts. I'm chasing what I know is true, there's nothing that I would not do. When everyone around me drops, I'm never gonna ever stop. I won't waste another minute, no I won't. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission.
Today is day 6. Yesterday we had the pack out from hell. I think we started in Maine. And we hiked all the way west till we hit Russia. We went over Mount Everest. In the end, it was 3 miles in, shot her 3 miles out, 1,500 feet elevation gain. It was a long ways. We packed her out, 1/2 each.
We didn't skimp. We took everything.
We didn't waste a single thing. We looked for her testicles. We didn't find them. We looked. We ate her tongue. We ate her heart. 2 meals. We ate that heart. That's a big heart. So I figure this morning, Chad's got a wolf tag. I am terrified of wolves. Only thing I'm more afraid of than wolves is my wife. And the only thing I'm more afraid of than that is Chad's wife. But we jumped some tracks. I wouldn't let him hunt those wolves. Anyway, we start today on my hunt for an elk. And Chad's got in his mind that I'm going to shoot a big bull. Well, the big bulls aren't talking yet. So this morning we start out on the hunt for meat. We head south. And we go a long way south. I think we went, what, 16 miles?
Oh, at least.
Yeah, we went. It was a long way south. We headed up this drainage, and we get in there probably, I don't know, another 2 miles in this drainage, and there's nothing. There's nothing. We let out a call. All of a sudden, that call let us know that we needed to be another 1.5 miles the other way. So we backtrack a little bit down that drainage, head up this other drainage, and here we found it, the meat locker. We got her all hung up. By then, I'm feeling a little grumpy. So we settle for some pork. Maybe some pork with a little bit of beef, I think. There's a 1/2-pound cheeseburger with some ham and bacon.
But we found some meat.
Found some meat. Shad had some jalapenos. I had some hot wings. That was some good stuff. We got our clothes clean so we don't have to smell each other coming. That was good. So we get back from town, which, by the way, that's 15 miles south. We get back from town. We're going to sit here and relax. And Chad said, hey, let's head out the backside of camp for a little relaxing walk.
300 yards.
In case anybody doesn't know, Chad's famous line is it's only another 300 yards. So we go in there. I'm not kidding you. We go in a mile behind camp. We get in there about 3/4 of a mile. He said, hey, top of the ridge is just right there. Another 300 yards. By the time we get there, we've gained 1,000 feet in elevation. We're a mile in. We sit down and there's not a thing to be seen. It's beautiful. It's mountains everywhere. It's beautiful. So we sit there and sit there and sit there, and Chad said, hey, over there's where Chris spotted that big bull a couple years ago. It's this big burn. We glassed it. Each of us glassed it 4 or 5 times. It looks like it ought to hold animals. After about, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes, holy mackerel, there's a cow. And we watched that cow, I don't know, would we watch her 45 minutes?
Oh yeah, for a long time.
Pretty quick, there was another one showed up. Pretty quick, they took off running down the hill and running back the other way. They were acting stupid. So, tomorrow, we're not going after those elk, because I have a premonition. We're going all the way to Maine, and then all the way to Russia, and we're going to get us one. That's about all I I know about that.
This is the part that sucks. Getting up at 4:30 in the morning so that you can be in the truck in 12 minutes. Drive 15 miles to hit the trailhead by 5:15. On 4 hours of sleep. Then hike to the east coast to Russia. That part really sucks. So we're gonna sit here for a little bit in a nice warm truck and then get out where it's 32 degrees and we'll hike until nap time. That's what we're gonna do. We're climbing up Pain Peaks again for the fourth time. Let me tell you, the pain is very real. My legs are like jello. Good morning. Good morning. What are we doing up here? We are taking a much flatter approach in the beginning so that we can just jump straight up at the end. That way it doesn't feel right packing 180 pounds. With any sort of flat, it needs to be down, break your ankle, twist your knee, bust your neck, kind of steep. That's what makes it right, you know? That's like black coffee. You can't put anything in it. That's how it is. Whether you heard it. Personally, I think he's nuts. But it sure does help.
I'm on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission. Take it up now, take it up. I ain't waiting and wishing. Take it up now, take it up. Oh, I got that ambition. Take it up now, take it up. I'm a man on a mission. When you look into my eyes, you know you're gonna see that fire.
Well, here we are. About 17 miles in. Imagine mustard right here. I'm gonna put this on. We're gonna kill an elk within an hour. Just because of this. You don't put this on, you don't kill elk. It's typically. Yeah, it's not like a roll or anything, but it sure does help. I kind of think that's the first thing you have to do. If you want to kill an elk. Kill an elk. And the first thing you gotta do is get up before you go to bed. Pretty sure that's what we did last night. Yeah. We slept in reverse. Kept my head downhill. The other first thing you gotta do is find the steepest, nastiest, thickest, grossest hillside you can find and climb it. That's the first thing you gotta do. Ain't nothing more manly than putting on makeup. See, the light ain't real good. Hopefully the boys find me handsome. That's what we're after here. It's the only time it's okay to pick up a dude. Old dude, hopefully. 6 years, 7 years old. Big old dude. Even fat. Fat's better. Well, except for the back out. Fat's not better for that. strategy when I'm all done. Shad's gonna tell me just to smear it all over because it looks like hell anyway. There.
If you're standing in my way, it ain't gonna be your day.
That look good.
Get into my own history, build it like you've never seen. Even at the mountaintop, I'm never gonna ever stop. I won't wait another minute, no, I won't. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission. Take it up now, take it up. I ain't waiting and wishing. Take it up now, take it up. I got that ambition. Take it up now, take it up. I'm a man on a mission. Won't wait another minute, no, I won't. I won't wait another minute, no, I won't. I won't wait another minute, no, I won't, yeah. I won't wait another minute, no, I won't. I'm a man on a mission.
Tell us what just happened. We were just about to take a nap. We were down to our underwear, cuddling up warm. And all of a sudden, I hear these leaves crackling faster and louder and faster and louder and faster and louder. That's not the wind, it's not even windy. So I told Shad, get ready, here they come. They were 40 yards across the crest of this hill when they come out where we could see them. So I let fly. And we're gonna see. We're gonna get our clothes back on, and we're gonna go see what happens.
Now this is exactly where we were napping when we saw the elk come through the exact same spot before.
2 days ago.
2 days ago when I shot mine. So hopefully we're gonna find some blood and an arrow.
This is the holy log. Right here, this is the holy log. It has a blessing.
Dude, if you wanna go elk hunt, is you gotta have yourself a little thing called perseverance. Because we missed one this morning, and now we've gone up about 500 more feet, and we're keeping after it. Perseverance. So, thing for you to know. So if you're gonna come out and do this, remember, first thing you gotta have perseverance.
Man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission. I ain't waiting and wishing. I got that ambition. I'm a man on a mission. Take it up now, take it up. Take it up now, take it up. Take it up now, take it up. I'm a man on a mission. Take it up now, take it up. Take it up now, take it up. Take it up now, take it up. I'm a man on a mission.
It is pouring. But for the first time since we've been here, we're allowed to have a fire. And Greg brought walls, which is awesome. Otherwise, everything was going to be really wet. What are you thinking about?
Staying dry now.
Oh, man.
Wet from sweat's bad enough. Wet from snow, that's different. But wet from everywhere, I can't beat that. So here we are, day 7. I believe we've done close to 243 miles. I don't know, my boots didn't have any traction left on them. So I switched to tennis shoes. Also because my tennis shoes are dry. We came over here with the visions of pissed off bulls and screaming bugle matches and rubs everywhere. Wasn't quite like that. We knew that it was going to be bonding experience, it was going to be camaraderie and brotherhood. It was great for that. We dealt with the snow, we dealt with broken down motorcycles, we dealt with hate mail stuck in our windshield wipers, we dealt with some things. Stink laundry, pants that wanted to climb up and walk out of the tent by themselves. I mean, we dealt with some stuff. So here 2 days ago, Shad finally convinced me. Well, no, he didn't convince me. I think he tricked me, because it was only 300 yards to the top of this ridge. Across the nastiest rock slide you've ever seen. I'm not kidding you, that rock slide was 6,000 feet straight to the bottom. Not to mention it was snowing. So those rocks were slick. We get across and he says, well, just 300 more yards and we'll get up to the top of this ridge. We get up to the top of this ridge, fog socked in, can't see probably 50 feet, much less 50 yards. You can't see anything. We hear the elk bust below us. So you've already heard this part by now. We hunker down, we take a nap, wait for it to clear. Sure enough, it clears, he shoots his elk. So here, 2 days later, today, I have the premonition that we're going to be sitting at this same old, we named it, the Holy Perseverance Log. For those of you who don't know what perseverance is, you never will. But it's the first thing you got to have to shoot an elk. So we hike up this morning to the Holy Perseverance Log. And probably 80 yards from the log, we bust the herd. Little herd, 15, 18 head. Get up to the log, 4 hours in. We've been taking our time. Take our boots off, drying our feet out, getting a little bit warm, the sun's starting to come out. All of a sudden I hear crunch, crunch, crunch in kind of a strange rhythm, different than the wind giving these leaves. So I jump up in my socks and Shad's still sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. I step right over the top of him. Missed the opportunity on that one. So we hunt our way down, and I don't know, probably 3/4 of the way down, I finally looked at my GPS and decided, you know what, I think I got about all I needed to get out of this hunt. I've learned in my long, long life that the key to being a successful elk hunter, first thing you got to do is you got to get yourself a lot of really good gear. GPS, learn to use it. Learn to download maps, learn to read them. Learn to call well. Learn different kinds of calls, different tones, different pitches, different volumes. So the first thing you got to do to be a good elk hunter, you got to spend a lot of time out in the woods. A lot of time, like 3 days a week, 52 weeks a year, a lot of time. The first thing you got to do if you want to shoot a big bull is find the steepest mountain you can find and climb all the way to the top of it just to climb right back down the other side. That's the first thing you got to do. And I suggest that you start by finding somebody as a best friend that does all those things. That's what I suggest, because that's what I did. We got a lot of good experience. We've put 315 miles on the GPS between motorcycles and driving the pickup to trailheads and hiking. We think we've put probably between 30 and 50 miles on the trail. We don't know for sure. Snow, ice, rain, blistering sun. 73 degrees up here when you're walking. Feels like you're baking. It's been a blast. And 3/4 of the way out today, I decided, you know what? It's enough of a blast. I'm homesick. I missed my opportunity. It was right there. We've got meat. This won't be the last time. This is just one more of many more. I'm 35. I'll be doing this for another 20 years. There's lots more videos.
This same movie again. Windows and doors can't keep me in. I feel my heart underneath my skin. Stack up those dreams, won't let them go. Some way, somehow my day will come. This is my time, gonna light it up. Stepping out into the unknown. Stepping out, oh, stepping out to whatever's coming on. Stepping out. I'm a man on fire. Sounds crazy, but I never lose. Oh, you know I'm gonna give it all I got. Do what I came to do. I'm a man on fire, and my day is overdue. This burn is never gonna stop. Do what I came to do. I'm a man on fire. But back to the wall is how I live my life. I risk it all, put it on the line, then blow it up every single time.